One of my favorite updates in 1.20 has got to be the new cherry blossom tree. It's just so pretty, and I love adding it to a lot of my builds because it really just makes everything look a lot more lively. However, when they announced the new cherry grove biome, I was kind of disappointed it didn't come with a village. So ever since this update came out, I've been wondering what a village would look like made out of the new cherry wood. Since Mojang can't give it to us, how about we do it ourselves? Let's build a village out of cherry wood. But I don't want to just recreate a normal boring Minecraft village with cherry wood. I want to add a lot of my own designs, new structures, new farms, and make it look like a beautiful village. I've got some cherry blossom trees around my world here, but not anything crazy. So let's grab a shulker box and collect as many cherry wood resources as we can. I forget where the closest cherry grove biome is, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Ah, here we go. I found one cherry grove biome before, but it barely had any trees. It literally had two. So this is much better. Let's get to collecting some of this wood. I said it once and I'll say it again. Whoever came up with the sound for breaking cherry wood deserves a raise. This sound design is on point. I'd listen to ASMR of this. Along with the wood, I am also going to try to collect some saplings just so I can plant some trees around the village, as well as in case I need any extra wood, I can just have that. I've got more than enough bone meal, so I won't really have any issue growing them. Okay, well, the Lorax would be very unhappy with me, but I've collected a really good amount of resources so far. I collected a lot of these pink petals, some leaves, and some wood, and I think we're pretty much okay. I might need a few more saplings, but I think I have like a stack and a half in my chest back at home, just from the trees I've grown before and some of the other ones I've broken around here. But anyways, that's good for now, so let's head back to our house and get started on this. Now, for the actual village, I think it'd be really pretty if we built it on top of this mountainous area right here, kind of around this Greek temple we've built. Plus, if we press F3, you can see that this area is a meadow biome, which means when we bone meal it, it'll grow tons of really pretty flowers, which I think will really fit the aesthetic of this cherry village. Now, as for the village itself, the cherry blossom is the unofficial flower of Japan, and so I think it's pretty standard that a lot of people realize that, okay, cherry blossom, Japan, let's make some of these builds in this village inspired by Japanese architecture. Now, I don't think we need to make this village look like Japan, but we're definitely going to take inspiration from what I can find online, like on Pinterest. This is a great block to use because you can be very simplistic with cherry wood and it still looks amazing. As you can see, I have this little concrete farm right here and it's almost entirely cherry wood and the cherry wood accessories with just a little bit of an accent color from warped wood. So I'm going to grab all the other materials I want to make this and we'll head over there. Okay, so I want to start with this area where I'm at right here. I think around this area will be a good place to start. So let's do a couple of things first. Let's use a water bucket as kind of like a lawnmower to clear out some of this grass and also flatten out this area so that it's much easier to work with. Okay, so I think we've got a nice foundation with the village so far. We have this main flat area right here, and I also created a smaller flat area for something right up here, as well as on that little plateau over there. And then I was going to cover up this cave originally, but then I decided, you know what? This is a really fun feature, and I think we could do something really interesting with this cave. I don't know, we'll have to somehow make some sort of cave build that fits in with this village. I think it could end up being really cool if we pull it off correct. We might need to do like a little bit of shaping to shape the cave correctly, but that'll be okay. So let's get started on a few test houses and see how they look. Okay, I think this first design for the house is pretty nice. I really like it. I just want small, pretty, but also functional houses for this village because I actually am filling them with beds and different workbenches because eventually I do want to get some villagers. We have our villager breeder not far away in the side of this mountain, so we can just take them over to this village and use them to populate this one. I like this house design for now, but we also need some variance in our builds. So what I want to do now is build something on top of here. I don't know, I want to do something fun for this. Okay, well, I think this one's kind of fun. I decided to find a design for a Japanese shrine, And instead of the normal blocks that it uses, I just decided to put my own design to it. I used the same sort of block palette that I had with my concrete farm over there I showed before, and I think it turned out really good. The only thing I might change are these corner blocks right here. I currently have just logs placed here, same with this block up here. It looks a little weird when you're looking at it from up top, but from down below, you don't really notice, and I think it looks okay, especially since this shrine is sort of at the high point for the village. But yeah, I like it, and I like how it makes sense, you know, the shrine being the highest point up here. There might be some stuff actually up top of this mountain too. That was my original idea, but I like this lower area a little bit better right now. Now for this cave, I'm thinking of almost making this a custom lush cave. If I have a small waterfall creating a small wildlife pond in here, and then it's surrounded by moss, I think it'll look really nice looking into it from the outside. So I'm gonna try to go for that and see how that looks. Yeah, I think it could look good. Oh, there we go. The cave looks much more lively now. I think the pond was a great idea, and I also added some logs just to almost act as support beams for the cave, sort of pretending that people have been settled in this area for a while, and added these just to make sure the cave doesn't collapse over this beautiful pond. Now, if I ever actually get myself axolotls in this world, I'm gonna put them in here, but unfortunately, I don't think I have any yet. I really need to get myself some. I'm kind of behind. But yeah, this whole village is really starting to come to life. So why don't we add another house or two, maybe some market stalls, some pathways, and all that stuff, and see how the village looks after we do all of that. It's really the small details that help the whole thing come to life. Also, I normally put custom trees in my village, but honestly, with the way cherry blossom trees look on their own, I love it. I don't feel the need to put a custom tree. I might do some decorative work around the stump to make it look a little better, but for the most part, the actual tree looks really, really nice. Plus, I love the particle effects it gives. Okay, let's do a little progress report on the village. So here we have a view from the distance, and let's fly in. So we made this house design, and I have it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, just copy and pasted. And around the houses, I tried to put just a very basic path for now. I'll definitely go through in the future and make this path a little more detailed and interesting to look at, but for now, this is just sort of like a placeholder. And then I also have little market stalls, which will eventually be decorated with item frames and items, and have villagers in them, but for now, they're just empty. And then of course over here we have the two beautiful parts of our village. The first is the pond inside of the cave, and then we have our temple on top of the hill up here. And then since it is a cherry blossom village, throughout the village I put a lot of cherry blossom trees, but I also put a few spruce trees mixed throughout just because I think it really looks nice, and it's a nice contrast from all the pink. Now I feel like this village is, you know, sort of ramped up in the side of this mountain and sort of isolated from everything else. So what I did was I removed some trees from this part of the zoo, and I don't have much space, but I think what I'll do is continue the pathway from the zoo right here over through where I'm walking right now, and somewhere around this area build a bridge to that part of the village. So let's do some excavating on this little part of the village to flatten out the area and make it more suitable for a bridge, and then also use some of the dirt we get from that excavation to expand the zoo island right over here, so that hopefully we can create, you know, a nice little small bridge between the two areas, and maybe also some docks for some boats. I think that would look really cool and make a really nice addition for the village. Okay, I'm pretty happy with all of the progress you've made so far. So here we have in the back of the zoo our bridge, which leads to the village. And for the bridge, I wanted to keep the same general build palette that I have for the rest of the village, and I think it looks pretty nice. I mean, I am pretty dang colorblind, but I can still tell that I think I like this bridge. All I need to do now is add a small path from the bridge up to the village somewhere, probably right around where I'm walking, and the village should be pretty much done. The last step we have to make this village a lot more lively, though, is to go to our villager breeder right over there and get some villagers in the village. Now, thanks to our sheep in the zoo, I have already stocked the houses with beds. So what I'm thinking is, if I take the villagers from the villager breeder and I break their bed over there, when I take the villagers to this village, they should automatically try to connect to one of the beds within this village, and they should stay over here. So, fingers crossed it works, but I don't know for sure. Okay, what will you choose to do? Okay, we're going the right direction so far. Okay, so you can go for the workbench. Perfect. Okay, it's working. Sweet. So the villagers are gonna get attracted by the jobs, and then when it's nighttime, they should head to the beds automatically. I'm just gonna get one more villager over here, and then I'll just give the villagers bread so that they breed on their own, and I don't have to deplete my entire villager breeder. Okay, with the villagers in place, oh, let's let you have a job. Okay, with them where they need to be, let's finish up this bridge area. Now, our village is very beautiful how it is right now, except I can't help but feel like there's one very important thing we still need to add to this village. Do you agree, bro? Do you agree? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, where are you at, axolotls? That's all I'm looking for. Any axolotls? Okay, there's one. Let's see if I can get another so I can keep breeding them. If we find a blue one, I'll freak out. Honestly, I don't know a single person to have ever legitimately gotten a blue axolotl without breeding for one. Like, the chances of finding one are so rare, it already takes people days and days of breeding just to be able to get one. But I'm curious, have any of you been able to just find a blue axolotl organically before? Like, have you ever just found one in the wild? Because I'm curious to know if it's ever happened to anyone. I, personally, have not been lucky enough for that opportunity. Oh, leave me alone. There you are, buddy. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Let's head back. Hey, Slime, what's up? Okay, so let's take these two love bugs and place them in our pond, just like that. And let's grab a tropical fish so that we can make a baby axolotl. I'm gonna give these two guys name tags because they definitely deserve fun names. So if you guys have any good axolotl names, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll try to pick one that really sticks with me. Aw, well, not blue, but hey. Still pretty cute. They're just so adorable. I love them. Well, anyways, with that, I believe our village is complete. I'll definitely be spending some time in here relaxing and enjoying the view. But in the meantime, I hope you all really enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as it really helps me out. But my name is JWhisp. That's all for today's video, and I will see you guys all in the next one.